Hey everyone, I'm Michael Curran from the Ottawa Business Journal. Welcome to Techopia Live. We've got a mission to create a deeper level of understanding about what's happening in Ottawa's tech ecosystem, to explore issues that are common to local tech firms, and generally help lift up Ottawa's tech sector. Thank you for tuning in. A reminder, if you're enjoying the podcast, please share with a friend and expand our Techopia community. Okay. Let's talk about today's show. This is another bonus episode of Techopia Live. What does that mean? Bonus episodes shine a spotlight on some of the great companies that financially support OBJ's Techopia journalism project. These champions allow us to report almost daily on regular tech news on obj.ca. We get to send out a weekly Techopia email newsletter, and we get to produce this podcast. All thanks to our champions. By the way, this podcast is just shy of 300 episodes, all on our YouTube page if you want to check it out. As it happens, today's bonus episode is focused on one of the most exciting and successful tech firms in Ottawa. I know I sometimes bump into Andrew Waitman of Ascent, who happens to be on the board of directors of this company, and he never misses an opportunity to tell me this company never gets enough recognition for what it's done. Let me tease them a little bit here. They are flying a little bit under the radar, but we're trying to change that at Techopia Live. It was founded 25 years ago, and this company specializes in electronic design systems, hardware, embedded software. Its clients, by the way, are some of the most famous tech brands in the world. Think of the biggest tech brands you can think of. That's their clients. It is truly amazing. Enough of the preview. Let's welcome our guest now. Here is the CTO of Fidus Systems out in Canada, Scott Turnbull. Hey, Scott.
Hey, Michael. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. And anxious to, keep sharing the great news of Fidus. And by the way, there's big news. I hope people have heard it, but we're going to talk about that in a second. But I want to start just by giving you a chance, Scott, to introduce yourself. I think everybody understands what a CTO is, but tell us about your role at Fidus Systems.
Yeah, for sure. So at Fidus Systems, I fulfill the traditional role of a CTO in terms of R&D and technical direction, but I also handle a lot of the pre-sales that we do for our clients, as well as our technical estimation, risk mitigation, and proposal initiatives.
I think that's awesome. What I'm hearing there is you're client facing and you're helping secure that revenue. And by the way, if you talk to your CEO, Alan, he's always telling me about the remarkable revenue trajectory for this company. Again, I hope everyone in Ottawa knows about Fidus. It is, as I indicated, 25 years old, but still I find it's a little bit of a best kept secret. So give us the high level 10,000 feet view of Fidus Systems.
Yeah, for sure. So Fidus Systems is a custom embedded solutions and design services provider. So as you mentioned, we were founded nearly 25 years ago in 2001, coming out of that tech bubble burst, and we've been growing ever since. So we've developed this reputation for delivering like really highly complex, high performance custom electronic solutions that meet our customers' requirements. So whether that's FPGA, embedded software, hardware, signal integrity, we're offering custom solutions and engagements to meet our clients' needs.
That's super cool. And Scott, we intentionally timed this. We delayed the recording of this a few times to make sure that you guys could talk about some really important news. Fidus has a new majority owner. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, definitely. So we're super excited about this. A couple weeks ago, we closed the deal with Catchment Capital. So Catchment Capital is a private equity firm. They're based out of New York. And I've got to tell you, they're just a super impressive group of people. They recognize Fidus's excellence in technology, our business, and foremost, the excellence of our people. And we're super proud to be partnered with them.
Okay. And what does this new majority partner allow you to accomplish, if I could put it that way, Scott?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So the thing that we're most excited about is the ability to scale and to venture into some new areas, that we've maybe dipped our toes in the past, but we want to expand into in a big time, in a big way. And so with Catchment behind us as a majority shareholder, we're going to be able to do that. So what scaling means to us is we're going to continue doing more of the same, delivering excellent design services to all of our clients in all the areas that they've known and come to love us in, but then to also venture into those areas, that we've had our eye on for a while, but you get focused on running a really nice business, and you're like, oh, should we step out of our comfort zone or not? And so we're going to be venturing out of our traditional comfort zone a little bit going forward.
That's pretty exciting. A couple follow-up questions. Does that mean potentially more hires for Fidus? Will you be growing not only your technology offerings, but your staff?
Oh, absolutely. So growth in terms of personnel, staff, absolutely. That's going to be one of the hallmarks. Fidus is well known for having just excellent engineers. And that's something that we would never compromise on. We're just going to find a lot more excellent engineers to add.
That's exciting. Listen, when OBJ reported on the deal, your CEO Alan said something really interesting. I'll just quote him here, and I think kind of signals the change, but also that it's a little bit steady as she goes. He said, "Fidus is still Fidus. Nothing changes. We're just swapping out inactive shareholders for active ones." So I guess this is a big moment. I'm hearing that you've got a new majority shareholder. You're exciting to what they can bring to the table, but there's no fund, and it might help scale Fidus, understood, but it's not going to fundamentally change anything at Fidus. Is that the right way to characterize it?
It's exactly right, Michael. That's one of the things that we liked so much about Catchment when we started talking to these folks. They really appreciated what we have built here. They see the value of it in the future. They see the growth potential for it. And there'll always be slight modifications, things that get updated, all of that. But we're gonna run the way that we're running because it's been successful and will continue to be successful.
Yeah, don't mess with success.
You got it. You got it.
Especially after a quarter century of success, it's exciting that you're coming up on that milestone. One of the things I want to talk to you about, Scott, and please understand, I'm not a technical guy. I don't have an engineering degree, but I want to talk about this concept of embedded systems a little bit. And I get that I'm going to take a shot at this here, Scott. Please don't laugh. Like, it almost seems like embedded systems are like the brains of a lot of IoT devices. So as IoT becomes more kind of pervasive in our life, is that part of what Fidus is working on for all these giant clients?
Yeah, that's a fair statement. The only thing that I like to sort of differentiate a little bit is the term IoT.
Okay.
A lot of people think of IoT as being, the temperature sensor on your fridge that you can read over your phone or whatever it happens to be, or a security system at your house that you're doing stuff with. For us, IoT means truly embedded systems on the edge that are doing so much more than a simple transaction. Whether it be artificial intelligence, making decisions right there on the edge, and then providing that data to the cloud or to some other dedicated server network. That's the stuff that we're focusing on.
Okay, so it's not my refrigerator temperature, setting my oven to bake some cookies. I got it.
No, not exactly. Although we'd probably be good at that.
Okay, yeah, I bet you could. But what I'm understanding is it's a lot more, the deployment or the systems that you're deploying into are a lot more complex. Could you give us a couple examples of that? Is it like an aviation example? Is it a telecommunications example? Is it something else?
Yeah, it's all of the above.
Okay.
Now, the really cool thing about Fidus, right, is that we've got full turnkey services across, like I named before, FPGA, embedded software, hardware, whatever it happens to be. So one of the things that's really driving this embedded systems market these days is sort of the low power, high processing capabilities, high level integration that are possible in CPUs, GPUs, and FPGAs. So we're capable of, implementing all of those, designing with all of those. And, to your question, Michael, where we're really playing heavily and where we'll continue to build is, in stuff like high value offerings, like space applications, whether it be LEO, MEO satellites. We'll continue to build in areas of industrial automation, so robotics, industrial control, those types of things. And one that's sort of near and dear to my heart is medical applications. So whether it be like a point of care or something, at home, these are all embedded systems that the value is continuously increasing as all those technologies become better, and the sensor technologies and mixed signal front ends become so capable. There's so much differentiation that can happen and so much value that these embedded systems can bring their owners or their businesses.
That's great. That gives a much better sense of how the important role you play for those clients. You're right in the middle of those systems. Scott, it's budget season or budget time here in Ottawa. We have a new Liberal government. They're spending billions and billions on more defense and security products. They're looking to make defense more of our industrial strategy. I did want to end off with a question about defense. You guys have worked in defense for many years. Is that an ongoing priority for Fidus, Scott?
Yeah, we've worked in aerospace and defense for a long time. You're absolutely right there, and it's constantly growing. And like you're mentioning, we foresee it even growing more. The thing that makes Fidus a great match for aerospace and defense offerings is the complexity of the systems that we design. Um, Defense is continuously reinventing, pushing the boundaries of what technology can do, and that's what we do here at Fidus. And with that full capabilities background, um, we're a quick call from a defense company to give them a great custom solution.
That's awesome. And wouldn't it be great to see more made in Canada technology deployed in our to defend the country? That's great. Listen, Scott, I appreciate you're a super busy guy dealing with these giant companies around the world. I want to thank you for your time today. You've done a great job sharing the big news about Fidus and helping us understand the company on a deeper level. Thanks for being with us here today, Scott.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me, Michael.
All right. That was Scott Turnbull, the CTO of Fidus Systems. We want to thank him for joining us here today. And before we wrap up, let's take a look at some of the other great companies that champion Techopia. Techopia is brought to you by many great sponsors, such as EY, Building a Better Working World. Perley Robertson Hill and McDougall, a leader in business and technology sector law. The University of Ottawa Faculty of Engineering, creating the next generation of technical talent. Techopia is not only a podcast, we post new articles daily at obj.ca/Techopia. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe and click the bell icon. Thanks again to Scott Turnbull and Fidus Systems for their support of Techopia. We want to thank you for watching or listening. We hope Techopia is helping you stay connected and informed to Ottawa's tech ecosystem. Let's keep building Ottawa's technology utopia. We call that Techopia. See you soon. Bye-bye.